The Nigerian Senate has proposed the amendment of relevant laws to ensure stiffer punishment for offenders in cases of rape in Nigeria. The Senate also directed its Committee on Judiciary, Police Affairs, Women and Social Development to interface with relevant stakeholders in order to address the increasing cases of rape. These were some of the resolutions reached on the floor of the Senate on Tuesday after lawmakers deliberated on a point of order raised by Senator Rose Oko. The Senate also urged the federal government to domesticate and implement the Child Rights Act.
Incidents of sexual violations and other forms of violence on minors has continued to rise in all states of the Federation, as evidenced by the increasingly worrisome reports of rape, defilement, sexual exploitation, child trafficking. The Senate is alarmed that the perpetration of this act is becoming more brazen, as evidenced by harrowing stories of school children being raped by their teachers or supervisors.
I think the problem we have is that of enforcement and implementation, not creating new laws, not even strengthening or increasing penalties. It's become very, very clear that even with the penalties we have on the statute books today, we're talking about statutory rape to begin with. The punishment for statutory rape is very, very harsh. It's very, very stringent.
Mr. President, this is one of the satanic manifestations of humanity that have even spread. It is condemnable in the Christendom. It is condemnable in Islam, condemnable even the Voodoos, Judaism, and even Hinduism.
When we talk about children, these are the most vulnerable group. Do they even understand what they mean by sex? They said even if someone is even taken to a law court, they said victim, okay, be put into a stand to defend yourself. Do they really understand what actually happened? I don't think so. So whoever must have been engaged in acts like this, like Senator Sekibo said, is very, very criminal.
We need a lot of sensitization and protection. Sensitization for those people who may be victims and their relations, and of course for the society to also live with this fact that this is a criminality that we must never tolerate. I believe that our laws also need to be reviewed, and I think that when we have our committees in position, then such laws can be reviewed.